We invoke the name of teacher 3 times. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Today I talk to you about the Pure Land, the Amitabha Buddha. You know that our teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha, is a wonderful teacher. His methodology is a wonderful methodology. He teaches different way, different steps, so we can study Buddhism. First, you know that, like last time, Master Quang talked about Dhammapada. It's the first time he teach the basic things for the new member. And he teach the student how to go to improve herself or himself. And lastly, he go to the Pure Land. It's a different way, you know, like people, they're not gifted. The people, they're gifted, they study, and they can get the alignment, they can get the realization themselves because they're gifted, they're very talented. But normal people like us, he teaches us the progressive way, how we can go there, and some good way we can learn, we can study. So we go to Pure Land. It's not, some people think it's another Buddha. It's the way of teaching. He said, you know, like Amitabha Buddha is another Buddha, introduced us to Amitabha Buddha. That's the way how to learn it. Because Pure Land is a school. That's the way you go there, you can study it, you can progress it, you know. And so if you see that, it's not idolatry, it's not superstition. It's the way how we study. And he, in the Pure Land, they have three concepts. The first one is we call like the belief. The belief, that means the intelligent belief. It's not like the blindfold belief, you know, we have to accept it. No, he said, you have an intelligent belief, you want to believe that they have an Amitabha way to practice it. So we have intelligent belief, and then the next step is the conviction, is the desire. You want to study it, that's the way you study. So that's a very intelligent way. And the conviction, lastly, the practice. If you have a conviction, if you have, you know, you have desire, the strong desire to study it, you have to practice it. If you study without practice, that's a really waste of time, okay? Some people, they thought, you know, I just study it, like you become a scholar. But what's for? Because if you don't practice, you don't benefit from your study. So after you study, you need to practice. Practice and study go hand in hand. That's the way we practice the Amitabha way, the Pure Land. Okay? And in the sutra, you know, Buddha described the Pure Land so pretty. It's like a paradise. In Buddhism, we don't believe in paradise or hell, okay? In the other religion, they have a hell, like a punishment, go there for life or go there for forever, get position. In Buddhism, no. Buddha teaches us, even you make a sin or make some mistake, something, you serve a time, and after that you get rehabilitation, and you become a good person again. You start over, and you practice it, you get better, and you become a good practitioner. So you never have the punishment for life. Okay, that's the Buddhism, and we don't believe in paradise because the Buddhism teaches us paradise is here, right here, here now. You don't have to wait until the next life or somewhere like some reward you go to paradise. No. If you're happy, if you have a good life, if you have good mind and you practice it, you have a happiness, you're in paradise. So the paradise right here, the hell right here too. If you have not a good person, you have a lot of worry, a lot of things, a lot of trouble, you're in hell. Okay? So hell and paradise right here. You don't have to wait next life or something, go down to go to hell or go up to go to paradise. It's not Buddhism. In Buddhism, that here and now. Okay? Like Buddha say, the past already is gone. The future, it's a presumption. Okay? That's the way the hope you feel. Okay, I hope the future this, that. Buddha said no. You live in present time. The present time is very important for us. We live in present time. You believe yourself. And life is very pretty. And he said the world is very pretty. So we see in the Pure Land. The Pure Land is very pretty. He described the Pure Land, pretty scenery, birds singing, music, everything. People are happy. You have everything you want, you have it. Because that's you. Because you practice it, you see the happiness. And Buddhism, you practice, you get the happiness. There's no promise, everything in your hand. It's in your hand. You do it, and you reward yourself. Okay? That's the Buddhism. You don't have to expect that some deity bless you, give a benediction, and because you believe in that person, you go to heaven. You don't believe in that person, you go to hell. It's not Buddhism. Buddhism, everything yourself, you do it. You have your own merit. It's a meritocratic system. Okay? So when you think you study Buddhism, it's really wonderful. Okay? You don't have to expect something, some reward or something far away, or some punishment. It scare you. Not scare technique, not scare tactic. Not scared because you don't do it my way. You don't do it. You don't believe in me. You get punished, you go to hell. No. That's you. Okay? You believe yourself. You have your own merit. So the practice, when you think about Buddhism, it's very natural. It's very human. Okay? That's the way Buddha teaches how to go to in that Buddhism. That's the reason why, it's so scientific, it's so humane, okay? Nothing artificial, nothing, like imaginary. So, practice that and think about that. In Buddhism, it's a lot deep thinking, okay? When you study, accept it, and you will penetrate in the Dharma, and you understand it, you apply in your life. So the practice is extremely important for us, okay? If we study without practice, it's a really waste of time. You need to practice it. And the practice elevates you. And sometimes it takes a little time, okay? It's because it's so profound. The teaching is so profound. So we cannot learn in one day or 1 year. It takes our whole life to practice it. You see, in the Mahayana, have 6,000 books. There's no way in our lifetime we can read and study all 6,000 books. In the other discipline, Hyana, like Theravada, they don't have much book. It's their discipline, it's their belief. But in Mahayana, it's 6,000 books. So it's nearly impossible for us to finish on our lifetime. So we need to practice gradually, and we understand it. To me, if you like it, just take one sutra, okay? You take time to study that sutra. If you like Amitabha Sutra, study it. If you like other sutra, Diamond Sutra, study that. Any sutra, stick one sutra. We monk and nun, we have studied a lot because we have to do some teaching, and we dedicate our life for Buddhism, so we spend time to study. Like Master Quang, I praise him. He studied day and night. That's his merit. That's for him. But because he wants to elevate himself, so he studied a lot. He's still very young. He's only in his 30s. So he studied now until he's 100. So he takes time to study. It's good, very good for him. Because he wants to benefit from the study. He wants to help the study and to help the other people. That's the merit for him, okay? So all of us, we can try, because the Buddha is our wonderful teacher. Benefit from his teaching, okay? But remember, learn and practice it hand in hand. Don't just learn it like a scholar, and that doesn't help. It makes us more arrogant. We learn it, we think we know a lot. Like anybody, you get education. You benefit from education, and the benefit from education will help all the people to get educated. If you learn to get the degree, the piece of paper, PhD degree or doctor degree, that's no use. That's a waste of time. Study it, benefit it, and benefit all the people. And Buddha said the best practice in Buddhism is to benefit all the people, serve all the people. That's the practice of Buddhism. It's not chanting, it's not reading, it's not bowing, it's not giving money to the temple. It's yourself. It's to benefit yourself and help your fellow people, help the other people, help the sentient being, and serve a sentient being. That's the practice of Buddhism. Okay? If we understand that, we don't go to the wrong way. Okay? So today I talk about that the Amitabha way of the practice. It's not really another discipline, another sutra. That's the methodology of a Buddha to teach us. He teaches that's a progressive way, because not everybody is gifted extreme intelligence, can practice and go to like meditation, go to find the true self, the true inner self, to go to true home. Some people, they can do it, okay? Don't take me wrong. Some people can do it, but like me, I cannot do it. So I step, so go to that Amitabha way, Amitabha. We go, but first we have to have belief. We have to believe in that. We have an intelligent belief, and then we have conviction. We have desire to go in there, and then we practice it. So 3 steps go together. Go and we progress it. And he said, some people, they misunderstand. And some people, they say this one, oh, you chant the 10th time Amitabha Buddha and you go to heaven. It's not that. That's the way the teaching. Why we chant Amitabha? Because that means we remind ourselves. Okay? You chant it. You chant Namo Amitabha. It's not the idolatry. It's not that. It's the one to remind ourselves, reinforce ourselves, auto-suggestion. Okay? It's nothing to do with repetition. But somebody think, okay, I chant Amitabha. My mother, she chant Amitabha all the way. Reinforce her belief. That was. She never say anything. She understands that. She's old and she's very happy. She live very happy. She died very happy. She died in few minutes. I witnessed her death. She fell down and she died. She go very peacefully and very happy. She didn't go to the hospital. She didn't have anything. She died short, very happy, very quick, because she believed in Amitabha. She believed in the teaching. And she chanted. She chanted all the time. When she eats, she chanted. When she sleeps, she chanted. She reinforced her belief. And that's good. I tell her, that's a good way to practice. I tell mother, you practice the good way. Okay? No superstition at all. She didn't pray that, oh, you bless me, I go to heaven. No, she said, no. You believe it. And you have a strong belief, good belief. I witnessed my mother death, and she lived very happy. She lived very, very peacefully. She never had to go to the hospital. She never gets sick. She lived very peacefully and very happy. So if you think about that, you practice the good way and you have a good direction, okay? In Buddhism, we have to go to see our direction. Where you want to go, which way you want to go, which way you want to practice it, and you help yourself and help the other people. You benefit from the practice. The practice very beneficial, okay? We don't do the selfish way. Some people, they think, oh, I practice Buddhism, so I have a blessing. I have good health. I'm very successful. I have long life. You know that? It's no. It's not that way. It's not selfish way. It has to be altruistic. Okay? And you practice that. That's the good practice. That I talk today, you think about the methodology, the way Buddha teaches us. He's a wonderful teacher. He wants to teach us, but he tells us that you have to believe yourself. You have to help yourself. You don't expect nobody else to find you. We are co-practitioners. We practice together. We help each other. Okay? I learn from you. You learn from me. We learn from each other. Nobody is smarter than anybody else. We are all smart because we all have Buddha nature. We all have our intrinsic value. I respect the young people like old people because the young people, they do have their Buddha nature too. They have their intrinsic value. So they are valuable like old people. It doesn't mean the old age is more valuable than young age. We are the same value. Okay? That's my talk today about the Pure Land and the Amitabha way. Okay? Anybody have any question? I try to answer your question. Yes.
Asked about when do you know when you're practicing that you're at a point where you can teach? When are you at a point when you're practicing? What point do you reach where you're able to teach?
Teaching is not a sharing. It's not a really teaching. You cannot say that you reach the high point and you can teach all the people. To me, teaching is a sharing, okay? You have something you want to share. You appreciate the teaching. You appreciate the learning. You share somebody. Like the artist, the musician, for example, he or she plays the instrument. It's not because they play it for their, show off to somebody. He or she want to play. enjoy the music, want to share with other people. So teaching and learning the same way, you sharing, okay? We never finish our teaching, our learning, okay? For example, I learned all my life, okay? But I still learning, okay? I never say I finished my learning because we're not that smart to say that we finish our learning. So I learned something. I think that I get something I want to share with somebody. So when you're teaching, that means you're sharing, okay? Like for example, you're eating, you're cooking, you're sharing with your family. It doesn't mean you cook just for yourself. You cook and you make the dish and you're happy that the dish you want to share with the other people. So the meaning of the teaching is a sharing, okay? The teacher is the one, he still learning. No teacher saying that I finished my learning. That teacher still have to go to continuing education. Like myself, I am doctor. I always go to continuing education. I study all the time because my teacher, when I become a doctor, I asked him, he tell me, how you define doctor? I don't know. He said, permanent student, okay? That you are the doctor. So I agree that because I think I don't know enough to claim to be a teacher. I tell you one story. I practice, I go to hospital. One time, I consult one plastic surgeon. He's very arrogant. He come in the room of my patient. I consult him. I tell him, hey, you need to see one patient. I need your help. He come in. He very arrogant. He tell my patient, I'm the best plastic surgeon in the world. My patient get very angry. He get up. He said, you go out of my room. I punch your face. You insult my intelligence. So he gets very scared. He go out and tell me, Dr. Doe, your patient want to attack me. I come in and said, why? He said, he insult my intelligence. He said, he's best plastic surgeon in the world. I tell him, you're a fool. How we can call yourself the best surgeon in the world? Your teacher, can he claim he's the best surgeon? The dean of school medicine, can he claim he's the best surgeon, the best doctor in the world? You must be a fool. You fool yourself and you insult his intelligence. That's the reason why you get mad. I agree with him. So he turned around me and said, Dr. Doe, what kind of doctor you are? I said, I'm a normal doctor. Something I know, something I don't know. Something I know, I help you. Something I don't know, I ask somebody else better than me to help you. He said, you are a regular doctor. This guy, he's a fool, so he get out of my room. If not, I punch him. I tell him, that's true. That's correct. Because he's a fool, okay? So teaching and learning the same, go hand in hand, okay? So don't say that you reach a certain point you can teach. No. We're sharing. We're sharing our knowledge. That's the teaching. Okay? You agree with me? Anybody else have other question? Yes. Sometimes I have a problem hearing, so I can't go over here. So, yeah.
I find that it's not difficult for me to show love and give love to others and help others, but many times I struggle with loving and accepting myself. How do I cultivate love for myself?
She says that she has an easy time showing love to other people, but finds a challenge sometimes when directing love to herself. And do you have any thoughts about how we can love ourselves in order to be a good person and then turn around and love other people? Does that sound okay? Close enough, right?
To love yourself, you need to trust yourself, okay? You have self-confidence, okay? Because if you think you're worthy, if you are a good person, basically, inherently, every good person, okay? Even the killer or the robber, he still has something good in himself. This is the intrinsic value. So if you trust yourself, you really have true love yourself. It's not arrogant, it's not selfish. You know, I'm worthy, okay? I'm not a bad person. Inherently, I'm a good person. So you have your true love yourself. You love yourself, then you project your love to other people. If you don't love yourself, you don't trust yourself, how we can love the other people? The people, they don't love themselves, and they said they love the other people, that they fool themselves, okay? They don't have self-confidence. They don't have a true love self. You have something true, so you can share with the other people. So you need to trust yourself, have self-confidence. If you have self-confidence, you know yourself. You know you inherently, you are a good person. Then you have a true love yourself, and you project your love to other people. Okay? You have to trust yourself. You have to love yourself. Any other question? Buddha teaches a lot very good things, you know. He tells the things Buddha always teaches, self-confidence, okay? You have to have self-confidence, okay? And that's the way, you know. If you don't have self-confidence, very difficult. Even you go to school, you don't have self-confidence, you cannot learn it. Because you believe you're a good student, you can learn, you can absorb it, and you can learn it. But you said, no, I'm dumb, I'm terrible, I cannot learn. There's no way you can learn it. But if you say, no, I'm a normal intelligence, I like anybody, I can absorb it, I can get it. I like my other student, my friend, I like my teacher. He's a teacher, he knows a little bit more than me. But he's still studying himself. He's still learning himself. So I go to the point, I reach his level. Then you can learn. Okay? But if you don't have that self-confidence, impossible to learn. Like you practice here. You come to the temple, you said, I'm good like any practitioner. The monk and the nun, she or he is good as me. They are not better than me. They have the same value. They have the rope, but the rope doesn't mean they are monk and nun. It's their true value is themselves. So you believe that? You say, okay. So you practice inside yourself. The Buddha inside yourself. You bow to the Buddha. You bow that? You don't bow to him. He doesn't need you bowing. He's not here. You bow to yourself. You bow to your Buddha nature. You bow to your true value. You bow to me, I have to bow back to you. Mutual respect. I never expect you bow to me. I'm arrogant, I'm above you. No, I'm the same level as you. You bow to me, I bow back to you. It's a courtesy, it's a sharing. We are the same level. Okay? That's the way we are. Okay? Buddhism is equality. It's the same. We are no better than anybody. Any other question? If yes.
Teacher, I believe he's asking about the word love that we use so freely for everything, and about what is true love. How do we know what that true love is, rather than when we say, oh, I love to go downtown, or I love to do this, I love to do that? Oh, and as opposed to true love, as opposed to attachment with something, where you're dependent on the attached object.
Love the terminology, okay? It's a term to express your feeling, okay? It's not really a true love. True love inside yourself, the sincerity. The true love requires sincerity. You know what means true love. You project to people, they feel. Like, for example, your mother, she loves you. You feel that love, okay? She never tell you, I love you, son, okay? But you know it. You feel it. And she gives you the love, the true love. It's something, it's very, I say that, it's wonderful. It's a sharing between people. But the terminology, I love you, that's the mouth, that's the expression, that's all, okay? You don't believe. The term you use, I love something, I love that terminology. But really the true love, that's the feeling, we can express them no way to it. It's so high, it's so wonderful. You cannot use any term to love. Like if I respect the Buddha, I cannot say that because I show that I bow to him, I respect him. It's inside myself. Okay? My respect in my mind, in my heart to the Buddha. I cannot show you how I respect the Buddha. And the love, the same thing. That's a terminology. So then get confused between the expression, the verbal expression with the true feeling. The true feeling you have in your mind, in your heart. Okay? There's no expression. So you ask me the true love, I cannot tell you. You feel it, I feel it. Okay? If I have a true love somebody, I know it. If I'm hypocrite, I say that I love. Doesn't mean I love. You see, maybe the courtesy, that's the outside. I say that I love, but inside I don't have love. But I know it, if I'm sincere or not, okay? Like your mother, she tells she loves you. She never tells you, son, I love you, because that's so superficial. But you feel it, I feel how my mother, she loved me, how my mother, she loved me, how my father loved me, how my son loved me. That's the feeling inside of yourself. There are no expression outside to express the love. Okay? Any other question? Everything, the sincerity. Okay? Buddha teaches self-confidence and sincerity. You need to be sincere with yourself. Okay? If I am sincere or not, I know myself. If I am insincere, I know it. Okay? Okay? So you cannot say I'm sincere or not sincere. It's a judgment. Okay? If you like me, you said, oh, he's sincere. If you don't like me, you said, he's insincere. But I know myself. I know my feeling. If I'm sincere or I am insincere. Okay? If you have any other question?
I'm working on it, but how do you get out of a cycle of choosing unhealthy relationships and friendships? What's the thoughts on that?
She's asking for some thoughts about how we can escape from toxic relationships.
The cycle of choosing and being around unhealthy relationships.
Our tendency sometimes to select people to be close to that we know are not good for us. How do we break that so that we're only associating with those who support our growth? Sometimes we may have a tendency to associate or attract people that are not good for us. And we know that we need to break that. What's the best way to try to break that so that we associate with the good and not with those who are not good? Is that close enough? Or?
Really, the way Buddha teaches, if you get associated only with the good person and you stay away from the bad people, it's a natural way, you know. You want to be around good people and stay away from the bad people. But the Buddha way, you know, he didn't treat people that way. He treats the people with unconditional love because he's a Buddha, okay? He never judges people. And he gives them the chance to make themselves better, okay? So it's up to you, okay? If a normal person, it's naturally, you want to get associated with good people, you want to stay away from the bad people, that's a normal way. But if you have a friend, or you have a family, you have a sibling, you have a children, some of them they're good, some of them they're not good, but because it's your family, you want to do good to them. So you don't want to stay away from the people you don't like or you judge they're not good. You don't give them the chance to improve themselves, to get better, okay? It's difficult, okay? It's very difficult. It's like you get in a group, some people, they are good, you want to get associated with them. Some people good, stay away from them, okay? But if you really open your mind, open heart, open mind, you said, okay, I know that they're not good, but I practice the Buddhist way. I want them to give them the chance to improve themselves, to better themselves. So I stay with them, okay? Even they give me bad feeling, they give me unhappiness, I still give them a chance. I still want to help them so they can get better, okay? Like your teacher, for example. Teacher, some you have very good students. You love these students. You have bad students. They don't want to study. They don't want to do anything. But you still want to teach them. You still want to give them the chance to get better. So you are a very good teacher. But you say, no, I teach only the good student. I don't care about the bad student. No, I ignore them. I ignore them completely. Or I kick them out of my class. So you're not really a teacher, okay? So it's up to you. Make a good decision how the way you want to teach the people. Just think about you're a teacher, okay? And you teach a class of 100 students. 70%, they are good students. They want to learn. 30%, they don't want to learn. But you still their teacher. You still want to help them. You still want to educate them. You cannot get rid of them. You don't want them to stay behind. You don't want next year, I kick you out, okay? And the 70 good students go up with me. It's not a teacher. You don't do your duty, okay? So make your judgment, okay? You mention what you want to do in life. Okay? I cannot advise you what to do. You make your own judgment. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, that was helpful.
Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
My question is, how do you go about thoughts that no longer serve you? So how do you go about thoughts that arise that no longer serve you?
Teacher, I believe the question is that we're observing unhelpful thoughts that arise. What do we do about unhelpful thoughts when they arise in our practice? Would that be good? Is that close enough? Okay.
You see, and not good thought in your mind.
When unhealthy thoughts arise in the mind during our practice, how do we deal with unwholesome thoughts or unhelpful thoughts? unhealthy thoughts about self. If we have unhealthy or unhappy thoughts arising in our mind, and those thoughts are concerning ourselves, what do we do about those thoughts?
You know that when you practice meditation with Master Quang, I think he didn't tell you. When you do meditation, there are a lot of wandering thoughts, okay? In these wandering thoughts, some of these thoughts, they're not good, but they go, okay? You don't get attached to these thoughts, it go away, okay? The good thought will stay, come back. When you do the meditation, you want to concentrate, you want to the point, you get to the good thought, you let the wandering thought, they phase out, they go out, okay? In life, it's very, you think about that. Good things stay, bad things go away, okay? It's a wonderful thing. In life, you see, something's good, you see, our world is very pretty. It's a wonderful world. The bad thing will disappear. Bad people, they disappear. In society, good people, about 80%, they are good people. 20%, they are bad people. They don't stay around long. Okay? For some reason, they eliminate themselves. They disappear themselves. They go away your way. Okay? So just think about that. Think about the unwholesome thought. They don't stay around long. If you practice meditation, you concentrate on the good thought, and the good thought will dominate it, eliminate the unwholesome thought out of your mind. That's my thinking. I have some bad thoughts to myself, but I don't let these thoughts stay too long in my mind. If they will disappear, they will vanish it. The good thoughts stay around because I cultivate it. I think the good thought help me, so I concentrate on good thought. Okay, like good habit too. You have some bad habit and good habit. Okay, you concentrate on good habit, and the good habit will predominate it. You have it. Like for example, you know some bad food. You know you like it, enjoy the bad food. You like some drinking. Said no, they're not good for me. They go away. Then go that. And the good food, even it's not tasty the way you want it, but it predominates. You like the bad food. The good habit too. It's okay. I want to sleep late. I don't want to get up late, early. But after the little while, I said no. It's good to get up early, go to bed at a certain time. I have a sleep hygiene. You stick to that good habit. A good habit become predominant and get used to that. The bad habit go away. Okay? So that's the matter of practice. You practice it, the good thing stay with you, bad thing vanish it. Okay? That's for some reason our nature. We love a good thing and let the thing vanish away. Okay? It will be that way. Okay? Life is wonderful, okay? Life is pretty. The world is pretty. Think positive. If we think positive, things are good. The people, they're not happy. They think unhealthy. You are happy because you think healthy way. You think that life is so pretty. You think everything is pretty. The world is so pretty. We have so many good people around. You think that, oh, society, 80% people, they're good. Only 20%, they're minority. We don't worry about the minority, the bad people. They're only 20%. 80% around us, they are so good. We stick to the 80%. They dominate it. We live very happy. Okay? If we have no more questions, we transfer the mic and go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Moni Buddha. Namo Moni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplish today, we want to transfer every wish them the alignment. Inviting the bell. Buddhist speech
and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful sound brings me back to my true home.
Incense offering. In
gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful effort, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home.
Opening verse. The
incense in the censer now is burning, all the Dharma realm in every auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body. Homage to the incense canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattva.
Verses for bowing. We bow together. Homage to the eternally abiding Buddhas, the supreme Dharma and sagely Sangha throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empty space and 3 periods of time. Homage to the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha,
Bodhisattva, universal great conduct Bodhisattva, all dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattvas, and the glorious mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Om
To Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, earth store great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea light Bodhisattvas.
Please sit down. The great compassion mantra. Namo.
Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo. Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo. Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namo
Ratnataya, Namo
Haryavalokiteshvaraya,
Bodhisattvaya, Mahasattvaya, Mahakarunikaya, Om Sarvaravaye, Sudanadasya, Namaskritva Himamarya, Valokiteshvara Ramdava, Namo Narakindi, Hrimahava Swami, Sarvaharhatu Shubham, Ajiyam, Sarva Sattva Namo Vastava Namo Vakamavitatu Hagyata Om Avaloke Lokate Karati Hiri Mahabodhisattva Sarva Sarva Mala Mala Mahi Mahi Hridayam Kuru Kuru Karmam Doro Doro Vijati Mahavijati Dara Dara Dirini Shvaraya Chala Chala Mama Vimala Muktalehi Shina Shina Ashambashari Vishva Vishvam Prashaya Holo Holo Mara Holo Holo He Sara Sara Siri Siri Soro Soro Bodhiya Bodhiya
Bodhaya, Bodhaya, Maitreya, Narakindi, Rishanina, Bhayamana, Swaha Siddhaya, Swaha Mahasiddhaya, Swaha Siddhayoge, Shvaraya, Swaha Narakindi, Swaha Maranara, Swaha Sira Simha Mukaya, Swaha Sarva Mahasiddhaya, Swaha Chakra Siddhaya, Swaha Padma Kasaya, Swaha Narakindi Vagalaya, Swaha Mavari Sankaraya, Swaha Namo Ratnatrayaya, Namo Harya Valokite Shvaraya, Swaha Om Siryanto Mantra Padaya Swaha.
The Dhamma
Body is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is at peace. A half smile is born on my lips. This is a new day, and I vow to go through. In mindfulness, the sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction. Noble Sangha, diligently bring your mind meditation. Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya, Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya, Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya.
First is opening a sutra. The
Surpass profound and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
touching the earth, the one
Who bows and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas everywhere, as my own person reflects in all Buddhas, to whom with my whole life I go for refuge.
offering
Bring light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude.
teaching and living the way of our
Awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion. Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened, to whom we give gratitude.
cutting
Through ignorance, awakening our hearts and our minds. Manjushri, the Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Working
Mindfully working joyfully for the sake of all beings, Samanta Bhadra the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Responding
To suffering, serving beings in countless ways, Avalokiteshvara the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude.
seed of
Awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings,
Maitreya,
the Buddha to be born, to whom we bow in gratitude.
showing
The way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teachers, to whom we bow in gratitude.
the Dhamma
Is deep and lovely, we now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning.
the Panaparamita, the Bodhisattva
Avalokita, while moving in the discourse of Prajnaparamita, shed light on the five skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame ill-being, listened, Shariputra, form is emptiness. Emptiness is form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is not other than form. The same is true with perception, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, nor perception, nor mental formations, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue, nor body or mind, no form, no sound, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realms of elements, no interdependent origins, and no extinction of, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no attainment. Because there is no attainment, the ground in Prajnaparamita find no obstacles for their minds. Having no obstacles, they overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, one should know that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible mantra. Prajnaparamita should therefore be proclaimed gate gate para gate para samgate bodhi swaha gate gate para gate para samgate bodhi swaha gate gate para gate para samgate bodhi swaha.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name, we invoke your name.
Avalokiteshvara, of listening to in the world. You know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice all our attention and open-heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without judging or reacting. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen so attentively that we will be able to hear what the other person is saying, and also what being left unsaid. Just by listening deeply, we already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person.
We invoke
your name, Manjula Shri. We aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deeply into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will look with all our attention, open-heartedness. We will look with unprejudiced eyes. We will look without judging or reacting. We will look deeply so that we will be able to see and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice your way of using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species.
We invoke
your name, Samanta Bhadra. We aspire to practice your vow to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know that every word, every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to all. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for all and for all species.
We invoke
your name, Shittigarbha. We aspire to learn your way of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so we can bring light, hope, relief, and liberation to those places. We are determined those who cannot find a way out of their suffer, those whose cries for help, justice, equality, and human rights are not being heard. We know that hell can be found many places on earth. We will do our best not to contribute to create more hells on earth and to help transform the hells that already exist in order to realize the qualities of perseverance and stability, so that like the earth we can always be supportive and faithful to those in need.
We bow together, the three refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, in my community that lives in harmony and awareness. Dwelling in the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty in the dwelling in the refuge of Dharma. I learn to open many doors on the path transformation, dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction. Taking refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma. In myself I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberating refuge in the Sangha. In myself I aspire to help all people build fourfold community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation. Sharing the merit, reciting the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, numerous beings who give guidance and
and support all